This midweek football report was brought to you by Simple Lubes of Greenwood. No time for an oil change? Simple Lubes will come to you. Simply call them at 992-4268.
Hello Greenwood, and welcome back to another midweek report. We're your panel. We don't need any introductions. Everybody knows everybody. We all cover. We're going to go ahead and start off with a recap of last week's games and see how every team did. First, we'll start on the very left over here, Mr. Spikes. You had to cover the Emerald game, am I correct?
That's right.
How did Emerald look this weekend against Ware Shoals?
They could have looked a little better. They could have. In my opinion, they lost. Okay, but they only lost because they had a lot of mistakes on the field. Like, if they got rid of all their turnovers and it just came down to offense against offense and defense against defense minus turnovers, the game would have been 14-7. It looked a lot worse on the scoreboard because of mistakes that they made, but it could have been a lot closer.
Okay. Well, seeing as how they played Ware Shoals, we'll go here to my right, Chris. Chris, how did the Ware Shoals look against them?
Ware Shoals look very strong. Like James said, there was a lot of turnovers on the Emerald side of the ball. There was some turnovers on the Ware Shoals side of the ball too. Officiating went both ways. There was some bad calls made both ways, both teams. Of course, you get that with any game. Like James said, the score on the scoreboard showed a lot of difference. Final score 28-7 in favor of Ware Shoals. Ware Shoals was actually up 20-0 after the first quarter.
Wow.
Ware Shoals scored one more time, and Emerald actually didn't score until like 2 minutes left in the ball game. That was almost the score of the night for them. They just had a lot of mental mistakes. And just like he said, if they cut down on turnovers, I think it would have been a lot closer ball game than what it was.
Wow. Well, I know a lot of us, including, I know me and you, we both had Emerald beat Ware Shoals last week, and I don't know, I guess we just got to get off that triple Haterade juice Jonathan drank, so. But moving out to Stephen. Stephen, you covered the Abbeville-Lincoln County game, correct?
Right.
Well, we know Abbeville's coming off their first regular season loss in, 5 years, 4 years, something like that. How did the Panthers look this week against Lincoln County?
Well, at first, in the first quarter, they came into the game a little slow, a little sluggish. But second quarter, they got things going. Datsun scored a touchdown, and then I think on the next drive for the Panthers, Lincoln County had a chance to score, but they fumbled the ball, and Enright came up big and picked up the ball and ran it in for 79 yards. And they really needed somebody to step up big for the Panthers because Elmore, the running back, was suffering with some bruised ribs, and they needed a big playmaker, and I think Enright was that guy who really stepped in and stepped up big for the Panthers. In the second half, to begin the second half, Abbeville received the ball, and Enright ran 55 yards down to the Abbeville 20 to get things going, and they ended up scoring a touchdown to make it 21-0. And that was pretty much all they needed because the defense, again, played well for the Panthers. So I think they rebounded well, and I look for them to go undefeated the rest of the season.
So see, that was going to be my next question. Did you see almost, not really a new Abbeville team, but like a kind of, all right, I've been hit the mouth Abbeville team, I'm not going to take it no more? Coming into this game, seeing as how they did lose their first game in 5 years in the regular season?
Yeah.
Good. Well, me personally, I had the 96. What was their team name up yonder way? Starts with a C. Oh, Crescent. That's right, Crescent. Well, of course, I thought 96 was going to win the game, but I thought Crescent had a better team than what they had. I remember in the Jamboree this year, 96 players. That's the only time I've got to see them, and Crescent actually looked pretty decent. They ran 5 quarterbacks during the Jamboree, maybe just trying to find who feels better, but every one of them ran the ball well, and 96, I think that was going to probably have a little something to do with their defensive strategy. But when I got there, 96 ran a new, I don't know, what do you call it? They had put 8 in the box. I think they put 12 in the box, it seemed like. And he only played with 11. So they stacked the box, and Crescent couldn't run the ball, couldn't do anything. productive for that matter until later on in the game. But 96's quarterback Trey Smith did not play. Shoulder injury. Sophomore quarterback Trey Abney stepped up, and 96, in my opinion, looked very good. They did. My thing is they were throwing the ball very well actually, but consistently wanted to run it. Even 3rd and 22, if I'm not mistaken, one time during the game, they called just a regular trap play with Good, and by God, he took it 50-something yards down the field. So I guess you got that much confidence in your running game, I guess you could do it, but I just think they look really strong when they decide to throw the ball as opposed to running the ball, but I guess what works. Mm-hmm. So we'll be right back with this coming week's games for you guys.
This midweek football report was brought to you by Simple Lubes of Greenwood. No time for an oil change? Simple Lubes will come to you. Simply call them at 992-4268.